was embarrassing. Now, that was embarrassing. That was absolutely embarrassing. Lads, the Fever didn't even reach 60 points. This is the Fever. They didn't even reach 60. They didn't even reach 60 points. And if you guys agree that this is ridiculous, subscribe. Subscribe. We are trying to get to 49.1k by the end of the day. And also leave a like if you agree that this is ridiculous. And if you agree we should try to keep Ari McDonald, leave a like. If we can get to 1,000, that would be insane. Because there is at least 1,000 of you guys that want to keep Ari McDonald. The Fever just put up 58 points. And by the way, they lost to the Dream by 20 while Ryan Howard scored 3 points. Ryan Howard, the Dream's arguable best player, if not their second best player. Worst case scenario, their second best player. Puts up her worst game of the season and they win by 20. Alicia Gray, open layups half the game. Bree Jones just dominates on the inside. Griner hardly played. Jordan Canada didn't play well. The Dream weren't good. The Dream weren't even good. They weren't even good. For the Indiana Fever, Lexi just missed shots. It is what it is. Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell went back to Arike Kelsey. I mean this when I say this. Clay Kelsey's a player. Arike Kelsey is not. She went right back to Arike Kelsey. Aaliyah Boston struggled on the inside because they didn't try to get her to play in space. They didn't run any pick and pops. Didn't run any pick and rolls. Didn't run anything on the short rolls. Nothing. Sid Colson plays 25 minutes and does nothing. Ari McDonald plays 24 minutes and is the freaking main player on the team at that stage. Dantas just had a nightmare. Like, Dantas just wasn't good. It is what it is. She's had a bad game. Michaela Timms and Bree Turner got in at the end of the game. Tawana Bonner wasn't great either. It was just embarrassing. And lads, the Indiana Fever gave up 13 fast break points. They had 2 fast break points. So, since Kaitlin Clark has been injured, Stephanie White has coached 4 games. They have totaled 11 fast break points. They have totaled 11 fast break points. Thank you so much for the $4.99. Thank you. Thank you, John. They have totaled 11 in the 4 games. In one game, the Dream have more fast break points. The Dream have more fast break points in one game than the Indiana Fever have had. And look, Stephanie White is not why the team lost this game. I mean that. Stephanie White is not why the team lost this game. But, by the way, they got into halftime. 33-all, in the most boring half of basketball in history. They went out from minute 1 to try drag the Atlanta Dream into a slow it down dogfight. They try to drag the Atlanta Dream. I repeat, a team who are bigger, faster, stronger, better on the inside. They tried to drag a team who are better on the inside, bigger, stronger, faster than them. They try to drag that team down into a grinded out game. That is the dumbest tactic I've ever heard of. They're slowing it down against a team who will beat you 100 times out of 100 or 99 times out of 100 when you slow it down. The only way the Fever win that game, slowed down, is if Natasha Howard goes for 40. Kelsey Mitchell wins Player of the Week because for a couple of games, Ari McDonald was running the one. There was a lot, like, why? How did the Indiana Fever not see that Kelsey Mitchell was great and sign a bunch of wide receivers? Why did they not just look for athletes? Why did they not just sign a bunch of wide receivers? That's all they need to do. Defenders and wide receivers. That's all they need to get. They didn't need any of this other BS. They just need to sign wide receivers. Sign Marina Mabry. Marina Mabry's not the answer. I don't know who the answer is. Marina Mabry's not the answer. Like, they are legitimately, this is a horribly constructed roster. Even when Kaitlin Clark comes back. Kaitlin Clark's not a miracle worker. Like, Kaitlin Clark is not a miracle worker. There is no way that Kaitlin Clark is going to be able to turn this team into a championship contender. And by the way, this team is not, like, I still think they're what? Like, they're going to be a 7, 8 seed, or a 6 through 8 seed. Probably 6. Maybe 5 if the Aces kind of stink it up. Maybe 5. The Aces aren't great. But, like, the problem is that Kaitlin is a quarterback. Kaitlin is absolutely a quarterback. But the team has less wide receivers than last year. The team kept a slow pick and pop big in Dantas and got rid of a wide receiver in Temi. Like, there are athletes everywhere. The Fever chose not to get any of them. And, like, I think the Indiana Fever are, like, they're still pretty decent. And again, I still think they're third in my odds for winning a championship. They are third in my odds. But I still think they're going to come into the playoffs as a 7, 8 seed. Maybe 6 seed. Just because I think they're going to have enough games like this where instead of running, they try to drag a team down. They try to drag a team down. This is a team that became unguardable with speed and have not played with speed 1 second. They didn't play with speed in preseason. They didn't play with speed during the season. They have played with no speed whatsoever. This is a team that Stephanie White took the Indiana Pacers and tried to turn them into the 04 Detroit Pistons. Like, straight up, it is, like, this is a just straight up badly constructed team. I'm not saying it's a bad basketball team. Like, it's a badly constructed team. And I'm not knocking any of these players. It's a terribly constructed team. And this game was embarrassing. Like, the only reason they scored more than 20 points in the second half was because the Atlanta Dream just kept hacking them on the perimeter. Thank you for the $5, Marty. I didn't see that. But that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Like, the Indiana Fever were getting hugged on the perimeter from non-shooting fouls. They were getting hugged on the perimeter, and that's the only reason why they scored 20 points in the second half. They did not create good shots, and everyone's like, oh, but like, at some stage the players have to make their shots. But I'm like, man, what game are we watching? Like, I'm sorry, I understand the players have to make shots, but like, if the only shots the players can get in the flow of the offense are tween, step back long twos, what are we talking about? Like, what are we talking? Like, what are we talking about? This is horrendous. This is an absolutely horrendous performance. Genuinely embarrassing. An absolutely embarrassing performance here from the Indiana Fever. Like, this was a 20-point game and it could have been worse. It probably should have been worse. This probably should have been 30. A 20-point game is not reflective of just how bad the Fever were. Like, they could have been and should have been worse. We can be honest here. This was terrible. This was absolutely terrible. And again, Arike Kelsey is not a good player. Arike, like, again, Clay Kelsey is, Arike Kelsey isn't. And we saw in the Washington Mystics game, like, at times, Kelsey Mitchell's great. At times, she's absolutely terrible. And today was one of those terrible games. And this is exactly like what happened. They've looked the exact same as they did against the Sun. Like, if the Fever play like this, they will not beat any team. And I'm scared for what's going to happen on Saturday. I am scared. The New York Liberty might set the points record on Saturday against them. There's no reason, and I don't think there's a reason for Kaitlin Clark to play. Take your time out, because even, like, there is no way that this team beats the New York Liberty, even with Kaitlin Clark. Like, Kaitlin Clark can help this team be competitive. Kaitlin Clark would help this team today. And you better believe with Kaitlin Clark playing, they don't lose to the Sun or the Mystics either of those times. But like, this is a team who can't make free throws. Can't hit a shot. A lot of them. And the thing is that when they're getting shots in rhythm, they can score. The problem is that their whole game is ISO ball right now. Their whole game is ISO ball, and their whole team are black holes. They're a team of black holes, and ISO ball seems to be their tactic. I don't know what Stephanie White's talking about with this motion offense, because there ain't no motion offense. There ain't no motion offense we're looking at. I'm not looking at a motion offense. Like, what offense is there? Give the ball to Kaitlin, stand around, watch her, and hope for the best. Like, that legitimately might be. That legitimately might be the freaking offense for the Indiana Fever. Read and react. Read and react is their best offense. I'm going to be honest. Read and react is their best offense. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. But, yeah. This is bad. This was bad.